Welcome, everybody. This is the Insight Meditation Community of Charlottesville. And tonight we're really happy to have Sharon Salzberg come back again to visit us. She's been here numerous times. She's been a great support for a number of our programs here. And for those of you that are not familiar with Sharon, the movement that everyone is experiencing here in the United States and in the West, the mindfulness movement. Sharon could be termed one of the founders. It was a number of decades ago when she ventured to Asia, began learning, and then had the crazy idea that she would set up a meditation center in the middle of Massachusetts where no one had even heard of meditation, along with Joseph Goldstein and Jack Kornfield and probably somebody else. So Sharon, my experience of Sharon, she's a tireless teacher. She does not stop. She was in California a day ago. She's doing everything here in Charlottesville. And then she is tirelessly willing to share the teachings. And you won't meet anybody with a bigger, more genuine heart than Sharon. So we're really happy to have her here. Thank you.
Well, I'm really happy to be here. How many of you are here for the first time? It's a tremendously supportive community, and it's been really delightful to come every now and then and get to check in and see Pat's tremendous work and the way the community is growing and everything one is doing in support of one another. And in these very perilous times, as you know more than anybody, perhaps, it's quite extraordinary to find a community of like-minded people who share the same values, who really want to bring these values to life, because it's not always easy. I often think, we're going to sit in a moment, but I often think of a friend of mine who told me he's British, and he grew up in the Church of England in England, and he said from the time he was about 9 years old, he used to hear the minister say things like, "Love thy neighbor as thyself," and he said this thrill would go through his whole body. And he said from about the time he was 9 years old, he was constantly getting into trouble because he would follow that by asking the minister, well, how? We don't actually like our neighbor very much. Or maybe I don't like myself very much. And that's a kind of strange piece of advice, Love them the way you love yourself? I don't think so. So it's the how to breathe life into these values, and that we're all up against. And it's so supportive to have a practice, a sense of a path, and to have a sense of a community in doing exactly that. So I am told, I'm reminded that the way these evenings go is that we'll sit together for about 20 minutes, we'll have a break, and then I'll speak, and hopefully we'll have time for questions, and then at 8:30, which is the formal end of the evening, I'm going to go somewhere and sit and sign books if anyone would like to have a book signed, or if you just want to say hello in a more personal way. That would be the time, okay? And so I'm assuming, since most of you said you've been here before, you don't need or perhaps even want very extensive meditation instruction, but I'll do a little bit anyway. So if you can just sit comfortably, have your back straight without being strained. Close your eyes or not, however you feel most at ease. If you start getting sleepy in the course of the sitting and your eyes are closed, you can just open them up and continue on. You can start by listening to sound, the sound of my voice or other sounds. It's a way of relaxing deep inside. Allowing our experience to come and go. Of course, we like certain sounds and we don't like others. We don't have to chase after them to hold on or push away. Just let them come, let them go. And bring your attention to the feeling of your body sitting, whatever sensations you discover. And then bring your attention to the feeling of your breath, wherever you feel it most distinctly. The nostrils, the chest, or the abdomen. And find that spot, bring your attention there and just rest. See if you can feel one breath. Without concern for what's already gone by, without leaning forward for even the very next breath, just this one. And if you like, you can use a quiet mental notation like in, out, or rising, falling to help support the awareness of the breath, but very quiet. So your attention is really going to feeling the breath, one breath at a time. If something comes up and kind of whirls you away, get lost in thought, lost in a fantasy, you fall asleep, truly don't worry about it. We say the most important moment in the whole process is the next moment after you've been gone. It's the moment of letting go gently and of beginning again, just shepherding your attention back to the feeling of the breath. We let go and we begin again. That's actually the training. Isn't it amazing that no matter where your attention goes, for however long, you can always begin again?